If you're over 60 and you've enjoyed a warm slice of toast, a sandwich, or maybe even a fizzy soda in your lifetime, this message is for you. I'm talking to you, the ones who've seen a lot, experienced much, and have a lifetime of wisdom. But there's one thing that sneaks up on all of us, and that's our health, especially our heart health. You might think the foods you eat every day are harmless. After all, they're often part of the daily routine, foods you've grown up with. But what if I told you that some of these everyday foods, the ones you might not think twice about, could be quietly putting your heart at risk? Dr. Leo Bocaria, a renowned heart doctor who's been saving lives for over 6 decades, has seen this firsthand. He's discovered that some of the most common foods that many of us consume daily are causing more harm than we realize. I'm not here to scare you, but to share important knowledge. You see, many people over the age of 60 are unknowingly consuming foods that are linked to heart issues like high blood pressure, strokes, and even heart attacks. This isn't just about fast food or sugary treats. It's much more subtle than that. The truth is, some foods we think are perfectly fine can be damaging over time. Don't worry, though. We're not just here to point out the problem. We're going to help you with simple and actionable solutions. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which foods to be aware of, why they impact your heart, and how to make small but powerful changes that can protect your health for years to come. Here's the kicker. The 6th food on this list is something almost everyone enjoys, especially as we get older, and it could be the most dangerous one of all. But I promise you, once you know what it is, you'll have the power to make better choices. Now, Dr. Leo Bocaria isn't just any heart doctor. At 84 years old, he's still waking up every day with energy to spare, taking long walks, and doing what he loves. He's performed more than 1,000 heart surgeries, but what's really remarkable is what he's learned along the way. He noticed something shocking. Many of his patients who seemed perfectly healthy, no smoking, regular exercise, and normal blood pressure, still had heart problems. What was the common factor? It was their diet. They were eating foods that seemed harmless but were actually taking a toll on their hearts. Dr. Bocaria's question was simple. How can we stop heart damage before it even starts? Today, we're going to look at 6 everyday foods that can harm your heart and, more importantly, what you can do about it. It's not about being perfect. It's about making better choices, one step at a time. Before we dive in, please comment below with the city you live in, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more valuable and tips. So, let's get started with the first. 1. Vegetable oils, a hidden threat to your heart. If you're over 60, you might already have a bottle of vegetable oil sitting in your kitchen, ready to be used in your cooking. Whether it's soybean, canola, corn, or sunflower oil, these oils are very common and, many times, they are seen as a healthier option. But here's the thing, these oils could be slowly doing harm to your heart, even if you don't notice it right away. Vegetable oils, especially the ones that are non-hydrogenated, seem harmless at first glance. You might even see labels claiming they are good for your heart. But the real danger comes when these oils are heated, which is something we do often when we cook, whether it's frying, baking, or even sautéing. When heated, these oils break down and release dangerous compounds like free radicals and trans fats. These aren't just bad for your body. They can lead to serious issues like inflammation and damage to your blood vessels over time. Inflammation in your arteries is no small matter. It can eventually cause plaque to build up, leading to higher blood pressure and an increased risk of heart attacks or strokes. And the issue doesn't stop at your stove. These oils are often found in many processed foods. If you check the ingredients of store-bought items like salad dressings, mayonnaise, crackers, and even some ready-to-eat meals, you'll likely see these oils listed among the top ingredients. Studies have shown that people who eat a lot of foods with these oils have a much higher chance of developing heart disease. In fact, research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that consuming these oils regularly can increase your risk of heart problems by 34%. That's a big number, isn't it? And unfortunately, it's not just your heart that's at risk. Free radicals from these oils can also cause premature aging, increase the likelihood of diabetes, and even contribute to certain types of cancer. So what's the solution? It's simpler than you might think. First, try to avoid frying foods when possible. Roasting, grilling, or steaming your meals can help reduce the need for these oils altogether. And when you do need oil, Opt for healthier choices like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil. These are less likely to break down under heat and are far better for your overall health. Next, become more mindful of what's in the food you buy. Take a moment to read those ingredient labels. If you see vegetable oil, corn oil, or soybean oil listed near the top, it might be worth considering a different product. It's not about avoiding oils entirely, but about making smarter choices. With just a little awareness, you can protect your heart and improve your overall health. 2. Margarine, the deceptive heart health threat. Now, let's talk about margarine. You might remember it as the spread you've been using for years, whether it's on your morning toast, in your baked goods, or even in a recipe. For decades, margarine was marketed as a heart-healthy alternative to butter. But over the years, researchers have uncovered some alarming truths that could change how you think about margarine forever. Margarine, like vegetable oil, is made by processing oils and turning them into solid fats through a process called hydrogenation. While this makes margarine easy to spread and shelf-stable, it also makes it much more dangerous for your heart. This process creates trans fats, artificial fats that your body doesn't know how to handle. Trans fats are known to raise your bad cholesterol, LDL, and lower your good cholesterol, HDL. This imbalance can cause your arteries to become clogged, increasing your risk of heart disease, stroke, and other serious conditions. One of the scariest parts about trans fats is that they don't just affect your cholesterol levels. They can actually increase inflammation throughout your body. When inflammation gets out of control, it can damage the blood vessels that supply your heart, making it harder for blood to flow freely. Over time, this can lead to dangerous complications, including heart attacks. The other issue with margarine is that even if it's labeled as trans fat-free, it may still contain partially hydrogenated oils. These oils are often found in some of the cheaper margarine options and can still pose a threat to your health. You might think you're making a healthy choice by switching to margarine, but you might be unknowingly damaging your heart over time. So what's the solution? First, the best thing you can do is to ditch margarine altogether. Instead of spreading margarine on your toast, opt for healthier choices like real butter in moderation, or better yet, avocado, which is packed with healthy fats that are much more beneficial for your heart. If you love baking, consider using coconut oil or olive oil as a replacement for margarine in your recipes. These oils provide healthy fats that help keep your cholesterol levels balanced and support heart health. You can still enjoy your meals without margarine, you just have to make smarter swaps. Your heart will thank you for it in the long run. And remember, it's not just about avoiding one food. It's about making healthier choices every day that add up over time. 3. Cheddar cheese, a hidden source of saturated fat. Cheddar cheese is a common ingredient in many of our favorite dishes, from sandwiches to pizza to salads. While it offers a satisfying taste and is a good source of calcium and protein, it's also packed with a significant amount of saturated fat. Just 1 ounce of cheddar cheese contains about 6 grams of saturated fat, which is nearly 30% of the daily recommended limit. Now, you may be thinking that cheese has been a part of your diet for years with no major issues, but the problem lies in the long-term impact of consuming too much saturated fat. When you regularly eat foods high in saturated fats, like cheddar cheese, they can raise your bad cholesterol, LDL levels. High LDL cholesterol is a key factor in plaque buildup in the arteries, which makes them narrower and less flexible. Over time, this can increase your risk for high blood pressure, heart disease, and even stroke. Of course, it's not about completely cutting cheese out of your diet. It's about being mindful of how much you're consuming. A small slice every now and then won't do much harm, but if you find yourself eating large portions frequently, it's time to reassess. Instead of using cheddar as a regular go-to, you can try smaller portions or switch to lower-fat cheese alternatives, like Partskim mozzarella or feta, which still give you the flavor without as much saturated fat. If you're looking for other ways to boost the protein and calcium in your meals, try adding nuts, seeds, or leafy greens, which offer great nutrition without the saturated fat. These options are heart-healthier choices that you can easily incorporate into your daily routine. In short, while cheddar cheese doesn't need to be completely avoided, it's important to eat it in moderation. Being aware of how much you're consuming and balancing it with healthier options can go a long way in protecting your heart health for the long term. 4. White bread, the silent culprit. If you're over 60 and still enjoy a slice of soft, fluffy white bread with your meal, it's time to reconsider. White bread may seem harmless, but it is one of the foods that can quietly harm your heart. Why? The problem lies in how white bread is made. It's made from refined grains, which have been stripped of their fiber and many of their nutrients during processing. This leaves behind a food that's essentially empty calories, offering very little in the way of beneficial nutrients. When you consume white bread, your body processes it quickly, which can cause your blood sugar levels to spike. This leads to a quick surge in insulin to bring those levels back down, but over time, these repeated spikes can lead to insulin resistance, a condition that's linked to obesity, high blood pressure, and type 2 diabetes, all of which increase your risk for heart disease. But that's not all. The high glycemic index of white bread can also contribute to inflammation in the body, which further damages the blood vessels and arteries. Over time, this inflammation can lead to the narrowing and hardening of the arteries, making it more difficult for blood to flow and raising your chances of having a heart attack or stroke. The good news is that you don't need to give up bread altogether. The solution is simple. Choose whole grain bread instead of white bread. Whole grains are packed with fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar levels, reduces inflammation, and lowers cholesterol levels. They also provide essential vitamins and minerals like iron and magnesium, which are vital for heart health. If you're used to the taste and texture of white bread, transitioning to whole grain options might take some time, but the benefits are worth it. You can also look for other whole grains like quinoa, oats, or brown rice to add variety to your diet. The more whole grains you incorporate into your meals, the better it will be for your heart in the long run. So, the next time you reach for that sandwich, think about choosing a whole grain alternative. It's a simple change that can make a big difference in protecting your heart and overall health. 5. Processed meats, a hidden risk. Processed meats like bacon, sausages, hot dogs, and deli meats are often a staple in many people's diets, but they come with serious risks for heart health. These foods, while convenient and tasty, are packed with sodium, unhealthy fats, and preservatives that can have a negative impact on your cardiovascular system over time. One of the primary concerns with processed meats is their high salt content. Excessive sodium intake can raise blood pressure, which is a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. When blood pressure rises, it puts extra strain on your arteries, making them stiff and narrow. Over time, this can increase the chances of heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular issues. Another harmful aspect of processed meats is the use of nitrates and nitrites, chemicals commonly added to preserve the meat and maintain its color. While these additives help to extend shelf life, they can also constrict blood vessels, which reduces blood flow and increases the risk of high blood pressure. This makes it even harder for the heart to pump blood efficiently. On top of that, processed meats tend to be high in saturated fats, which can raise your cholesterol levels. Elevated cholesterol can lead to the accumulation of plaque in your arteries, a condition known as atherosclerosis. As plaque builds up, it restricts blood flow, increasing the likelihood of heart disease and other complications. This doesn't mean you have to give up meat entirely, but it's important to be more mindful of your choices. Opting for leaner proteins like grilled chicken, fish, or turkey can provide you with the nutrients you need without the added risks of processed meats. These options are heart-healthy alternatives that won't increase your cholesterol or blood pressure. For those who still enjoy processed meats occasionally, consider looking for healthier alternatives. Many brands now offer nitrate-free, lower-sodium options that can still satisfy your cravings without putting your heart at risk. Switching to these alternatives can make a big difference in protecting your heart health. By being mindful of what's on your plate and making simple swaps, you can significantly reduce your risk of developing heart disease and improve your overall well-being. Small changes like this can have a lasting impact, helping you maintain a healthier heart for years to come. 6. Soda, the sweet but silent heart risk. Soda, or sugary soft drinks, is something many of us reach for when we need a quick refreshment. Whether it's the classic cola or a fruity carbonated drink, these beverages are often seen as harmless treats. But the reality is, soda can be silently damaging your heart in ways you might not even realize. The primary concern with soda is the high amount of sugar it contains. Just one can of soda can have up to 40 grams of sugar, which is far more than the daily recommended intake for adults. When consumed regularly, this excessive sugar intake can contribute to a number of serious health issues, including obesity, high blood pressure, and elevated cholesterol levels, all of which are major risk factors for heart disease. But it's not just the sugar. Soda often contains high amounts of fructose, a type of sugar that's been linked to increased fat buildup around the liver. This can lead to a condition called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, which, over time, can progress to more severe liver problems and increase your risk of heart disease. Additionally, the high glycemic index of soda causes rapid spikes in blood sugar levels, followed by crashes. These fluctuations not only leave you feeling fatigued, but can also contribute to the development of type 2 diabetes. Studies have shown that people who regularly consume sugary drinks have a higher risk of developing diabetes, which, in turn, increases the risk of heart disease. If that wasn't enough, the artificial sweeteners used in many diet sodas can also have negative effects on your health. Though they may seem like a better option than sugary sodas, research has shown that artificial sweeteners can disrupt your body's natural ability to regulate blood sugar levels, leading to increased cravings for sweet foods and drinks. This can make it harder to control your weight and can also elevate your risk of heart disease over time. So, what can you do to protect your heart? The easiest solution is to cut back on soda altogether. If you're used to drinking it every day, start by reducing your intake gradually. Try swapping soda for healthier options like water, herbal teas, or sparkling water with a splash of lemon. If you need a little sweetness, you can also try adding natural fruit infusions to your water. Drinking less soda not only benefits your heart, but it also supports your overall health. By making small changes and replacing sugary drinks with healthier alternatives, you can lower your risk of heart disease and improve your long-term well-being. When it comes to protecting your heart, the foods we eat play a crucial role. Over the years, we may not always realize that some of our everyday choices, like vegetable oil, processed meats, or sugary sodas, can slowly damage our heart health. But the good news is, it's never too late to make changes that can have a big impact on your well-being. You don't have to make drastic changes overnight, but by starting small and making mindful choices, you can greatly reduce the risk of heart disease. Switch to healthier oils, cut back on processed foods, and choose fresh, whole ingredients whenever possible. Consider swapping sugary sodas for water or herbal tea, and if you're enjoying a treat, be mindful of portion sizes. It's about taking control of your health and understanding that what you put into your body today has a direct impact on your future. Your heart is your most vital organ, and it deserves the best care you can provide. Remember, the goal is not perfection but progress. Start with one small change, and over time, those changes will add up. You'll not only feel better physically, but you'll also feel more empowered to take care of your health. So, make a promise to yourself. Take the steps today to protect your heart tomorrow, because a healthier future starts now, and you deserve it. Stay healthy, stay heart smart, and take care of yourself, one meal at a time.